It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity. And before the grand reveal, I thought I would take just a minute to show you what the garden looks like before we start throwing down the rock. The guys are burying lines right now. They've got lights installed. You can see here the pathway lights. And then we've got a few well lights and some spotlights. Greg and I will be driving by this evening, since we live so close, to check and see if any adjustments need to be made. It doesn't really make sense to try to turn the lights on when it's still light out. We can't really tell anything. So we'll come back tonight and check out the lights. You see all of these wires. These will all be buried. All these lines will be buried and stapled before we rock. We have irrigated some of the plants, and those lines have already been buried and stapled. We finished up the tapestry today too. And I went to Waterwise and I bought 5 Portulacaria minimas and 5 little single golden barrels. They're just, I'm trying with the restraint, guys, but I'm not 100% there. I got a little panicky at some of the open spaces, so I popped a couple things in. But look at this tapestry. This is insane. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Wow, right? We'll get you an up close and personal on that with the grand reveal. This is just some irrigation tubing here. Look at this little cutie getting ready to go off. See how Kevin is tying off the extra line and attaching it all and then burying it. Then tonight, if we have to make little tweaks or adjustments, we can do so without impacting the structural element of the line. But it's a lot of work to bury these lines. And it's another reason why mounding is so beneficial, because the ground, it's so soft, obviously. A pathway's done and been leveled. This looks great. Love it. So, yes, we will see you in a little bit with the grand reveal. It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, and it is the grand reveal in Lake San Marcos. Wow. I'm kind of speechless. This one came together so exquisitely. And you know, it's not just Team DFS, it's everything. You know, the house, the colors, the paint, the architecture, the hardscape. The client had these pathway lights already purchased, and they're so perfect. I love the right angle because it mirrors the shape of the entry walk and their bench. I mean, just everything just absolutely flowed on this job. So to break it down, we started out with 10 yards of soil and moved it all over the space to create some beautiful undulations. The undulations are a little lost in the video, unfortunately, but in person, you know, you can really see the movement in this yard. We had Southwest Boulder and Stone deliver 2 really, really fancy rocks. The Grand Canyon Onyx, big 4-footers. Then we had KRC fill in with our usual Baja Cresta, and I think these are Napas. the ones that are just kind of purplish with some, like this one. Yeah. Then we had a basket of rubble, which we used to create some retention as well as to line out the property line. You can see it here going through. Then the plants were collective from Matt Jones, curated some spectacular specimens, which he collects from all over the Los Angeles and Orange County area. I was able to secure these phenomenal columnar cactus from Western Cactus, as well as the dichotoma. This little Yucca rostrata. And what else? I think that's pretty much it from Western. It was the columnars and the dichotoma. All of the clusters, the mammillarias, and the barrels all came from Matt. And I went back yesterday in the morning to Waterwise Botanicals, and I pulled in five 5-gallon Portulacaria minimas. This is that wonderful ground cover Portulacaria. I've just felt like a little softness was in order here. I also picked up 5 more cute little golden barrels because, again, you know me, that third R of restraint is not my friend. So I just felt like I want a little more. But I still think this is very restrained. It's very restrained. I mean, these plants have plenty of room to do their thing and to continue to grow. But the point is the garden looks like it's been here for a really long time. So after we got, all of our plants sunk, then it was time to, irrigate. So we got the ones that needed it. We got them irrigated. The rest will be relying on rainwater or occasional hand watering. Then the rock, we used a Desert Gold 3/4 and a Chamois Beige 3/8. And then, of course, I did my black ribbons throughout as well to give kind of a 3-dimensional vibe. Some of you had a concern about this pot, the cauldron. And yeah, I mean, the pots that have the narrow top and the fatter middle, you can. I mean, it's really hard to get plants out of pots like that because of the way the roots grow, if it becomes root bound. But that's what Sawzalls are for. I mean, if we needed to get this thing out of here, we could do it, no problem, without damaging the pot. And worst case scenario, we'd break the pot. No big deal. I mean, it's the plant that's so cool. But yeah, I'm not worried about it. I've had great success growing yuccas in pots. They seem to do real well. So here, look at this fabulous little bench. Ugh, it's so cute. And then our Pachypodium Lemuriae in full flower. These cute little totems our client brought from their home in Arizona. They had a home there that they sold recently. And then, as you approach the entry, we start with the tapestry. And it's so exquisite. Miguel and Hannah and I and Kevin worked this out. And this side of the yard gets some dappled sun. It's just really, really friendly. This entry, too, currently has plastic plants. I know, right? But I didn't want to tackle the entry right now because this is kind of, it's dark in here. There's not a lot of air circulation, and it's going to be a little tricky to get this right. We're going to be doing this client's backyard the end of August. So this gives me more time to think about what I'm going to do, and I will take care of this entryway at that time. Here's our fun monkey tail head planter. More tapestry for you. So fun. And this plumeria was in a pot in the backyard. So I just popped it in the ground. Show it to you from here. Look how cool the head planter looks. That's so fun. So our client opted to hand water the tapestry, which I appreciate. Running micro through all here would have been, so much work, and hand watering is my preferred method for a tapestry. So everything is assured of getting appropriate amounts of water. So every couple of weeks, she's going to come out here and just sprinkle things off, and that'll do it. Here you can kind of see from the front door. And then up here, these pillows are amazing. Here in this corner, love that, with that tall rock. And then our Bicarnia stricta. And Kevin planted these tipped pots out with donkey tail. And there's another cute little totem that belonged to the client. Our variegated Bicarnia recurvata. Oh, so cool. And then Kevin did these pots flanking the garage door. Just blew them out with color. Did a beautiful job. See this one? And these will also be hand watered when our client waters the tapestry. So pretty. Oh, man. So yeah, this took us 5 days, which included the demo. The pathway turned out really great too. I'm real happy with that. We used these flagstones, pulled them up from the backyard, and brought them in. That pathways are so fun, it just encourages and invites people to step into the space, walk through the garden. Just so much to see, so much to look at. I had a little extra desert gold, so I pulled that in here, just kind of ran it through. This was a big area of not much. So, me, oh gosh, I got to do something. And rather than add more plants, I just popped in some contrasting rock, and I really like that. I love the black here. It works really well. Their accents in the house, they have some black accents, so that works out real well. This Gymnocalycium saglione I brought from my house. It's one of my favorite cactus. I'm kind of obsessed with this plant. If you don't have a gymno, I encourage you to get one. The flowers are just a baby rose pink. They're so cute. All right, so let me know if you've got any questions on this one. As I said, we will be back in about a month to do the back. So we'll do an update on this at that time. The client is going to water 15 minutes. The plants that are on drip will be watered for 15 minutes once a month. And the tapestry will be hand watered, just sprinkled a couple of times a month, along with the pots. So yeah, that's my story. This has been such an awesome project. They just get better and better and more fun as the budgets for plants get higher and higher, and I'm able to do more and more. It's just been such an honor and thrill. So thanks again, everybody, for watching and your comments and shares and follows and all the things. I love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.